All right, everyone. We are all ready. We have Windjammers for you, being run by MetroidMaster. Take it away.
Hello everyone, I am MetroidMaster, and today we are getting ready to play some Windjammers. Now, I do have a very special guest with me. My special guest, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jeff Vader Jr., he, him, and I am here because MetroidMaster and I met over Windjammers. MetroidMaster speedruns the game while I play it competitively. It adds a different sort of flair when you play this head-to-head versus playing against an AI, but happy to be here today.
All right, so what we're going to be playing is the arcade mode on medium difficulty. It blends a little bit of that extra difficulty without it feeling like an auto-scroller and without it feeling a little too easy. So with that, I am going to do a quick little coin flip to pick my character. Actually, I'm just going to flip a Game Boy cartridge here. So between Miller and Wessel. And we are playing Miller today. So
Very
with that,
good here.
I'm going to go pick. We are on arcade mode on medium. So I'm going to go ahead and pick Miller. So real quick, Jeff, before I get my character selected, if you want to describe what Windjammers is.
I can do that. Before we begin, folks, I would like to let you know there is an epilepsy warning. This game was made in 1994. There are a lot of flashing screens. That's right, flashing screens. Be aware and please be careful. But Windjammers 1 was a game made in 1994 for the Neo Geo arcade system, better known for hits such as Metal Slug, Guru, Mark of the Wolves, and King of Fighters.
Real quick, 3, 2, 1, go.
And we are now in it to win it. So, the way arcade mode runs is we have 6 characters, we have 6 stages, and the mode makes you run through all of them. MetroidMaster will always be on the left side, while the AI will always be on the right. So, MetroidMaster is playing Steve Miller, who is a light character. He moves fast and throws kind of slowly, while his opponent right now is Jordi Costa, the Spaniard football player, who is medium level. Throughout the run, the 6 AI will be increasing in difficulty, making fewer mistakes and allowing fewer opportunities to score. But this set is already over. We only need one more set to finish round 1. Now, we are also playing on beach. This court is very standard. If you ever play in a tournament in arcade, it is always the first court you start on. The yellow bars are 3 points. You can see on the left and the right sides of the screen. The pink bars are 5 points. And as we are speedrunning the game, we are targeting the 5-point zones, but we're ultimately trying to score as fast as possible. Maddie, do you have any questions for us so far? Does this game look kind of fun to you?
It sure does. How many points do you go up to per game?
It is up until 12. So all you need are 3 5-point zones or 4 3-point zones, and you will win the set. The other attractive thing behind Windjammers is that this is a 2-button game. That's right, only 2 buttons. MetroidMaster is only using primarily the A button. It catches, it throws, it slides, it powers up your super, it walks your dog, it does your taxes, and that is the first round. So we've got 6 rounds in total. We're moving on to round 2. We've got Beach out of the way, and we have got Costa out of the way. We're now going to a mirror match on lawn. This court will be wider and a little more difficult for the AI to defend. Very good for curve shots here. Curve shots can be input with quarter circle movements, kind of like you would throw a Hadouken in Street Fighter. What MetroidMaster is doing is ultimately manipulating the AI, because as they sit at the top or the bottom of the screen, Metroid will simply throw it the opposite direction. So in chat, we have a question. Wait, is this like volleyball frisbee? Kind of. The game has always been described as Street Fighter meets Pong. You're trying to get the disc past your opponent in order to score, but there are head-to-head fighting game mechanics thrown into the mix. Nice set. 12-3. Halfway done with round 2. Now, each character behaves slightly differently. All 6 characters are viable for tournament play and viable for speedrunning, but some of them will walk faster, some of them will throw faster, and all of them have unique custom super moves. Whenever you see MetroidMaster pop the disc into the air, like that, and stand underneath it long enough, you will see MetroidMaster throw the disc and it will side crawl along one of the walls. That is known as the Sidewinder, thrown here by the AI and expertly caught by MetroidMaster. 9-0. 60 seconds left on the clock, which is what we don't want to notice when we're speedrunning. Across the top, straight shot along the bottom, denied. Ooh. No, that curve coming in.
These curves get a little bit hard to predict sometimes. There we go.
And that's the end of round 2. Now, chat, if you are listening to my voice, please name the dog. We are about to have a dog distance minigame. Please name the dog in the chat. And Maddie, if you have something to read, let me know.
Sure. Well, we have a donation from Steve TV Online for $20, who says, as the runner-up of the runner-up of the runner-up of the SGDQ Windjammers tournament, I thought I should donate to the Windjammers run. And thank you very much for that donation. We're also accepting any donations to help name the dog.
Well, the dog has now caught the disc. We are moving on to the next round up against my main character when I'm playing tournaments, Klaus Vessel. And we are here on Tiled, jokingly known as Miller Country, because if you notice the scores, the zones on the left and right, there are 2 5-point zones in the corners and 1 large 3-point zone in the middle. Putting this together with Miller's custom super, the fact that the disc rides along the sides of the wall, you're going to see a lot of 5-point scores this turn. If Wessel will let us. Wessel, good boy. The dog's name was Franker Z. Of course, how did I miss that? 13-0, first set down, halfway done through the round. And it's good that we're getting Wessel now. As I mentioned throughout the run, the AI do increase in difficulty, making less mistakes and making less opportunities to score. But when they're early, they are easier to beat. So getting an expert level AI early in the run is a good thing. 5-5, all tied up. All we need are 2 5-point scores, and we will have this round in the bag. Awesome. All we need is a 5-pointer, and we can wrap this up. Straight shot along the bottom. Boom! Nice. 13-5. Moving right along. Are we on bowling already? No, we're not on bowling.
Round 4. Gary Scott on clay.
Scott. Oh, all right. So we have our first introduction to the bumper stages, folks. If it weren't chaotic enough, we're not trying to throw flaming discs past each other. We also have bumper stages, which can add some fun interactions. Ooh, yes. Very nice read by MetroidMaster there. Always thank your bumpers. Coming along the top into the air, gets the charge, goes for the top line. That's going to be 8-0. So Gary Scott is the largest character in the game and has the largest hitbox and is able to catch the discs that are closest to him. However, he has a very short dash and he doesn't walk very quickly. Those are his trade-offs. So if the AI stays in the middle of the court, they're able to catch practically everything. But if they hang out at the top or at the bottom, MetroidMaster could take advantage of that. Like so. First set done.
So how many characters are there in total? You said 6, I think?
6, correct. And they are internationally known, I guess, but we have one from Japan, one from the UK, one from Spain, one from Italy, one from the US, and one from Germany. And the backgrounds of the characters are pretty vague. The box art basically says that 2 of them are tennis players, 3 of them are football players, that would be international football, and then one of them is simply an Olympic gold medalist. Doesn't explain why. But, champions of the world, as it were. Nice recovery. Sorry, I have to say this. I wasn't expecting you to get that, Metroid. But you did get it. 11-8, 45 seconds left on the clock. All we got to do is just trick Gary Scott into not going into the bottom. And boom. That's round 4. All right, we do have another mini game coming up. It's going to be bowling. In chat, guess how many strikes we're going to get. That number can be 0 to 12. And Maddie, if you've got something to read, now would be the time.
Sure thing. Well, everyone, you are watching No Holidays Allowed. The charity marathon raising money for the Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center, a dog shelter in Norfolk, Virginia. Go Rescue works to provide a haven for homeless dogs, giving them time, care, and love they need to not find just any home, but the right home. So if any of that sounds like a good cause to you, throw a few dollars our way. If you're being entertained, throwing a few dollars to the hat. Every little bit is appreciated.
Is there a command in chat that can pull up the donation link?
Yes, it's !donate, conveniently enough. It's also found just below the stream. There's a button to it, or you can go directly to Go Rescue Dogs if you want to donate directly to them and not go through us.
Fantastic. So we are on round 5 of 6. Starting off strong with a 5-point score that looked like a 3-point score, but hey, I'm not the ref. And we are going to be playing against Loris Biaggi on concrete. Now, concrete is another bumper stage, but this time the bumpers are further apart, which means if you're throwing it against the wall, you may have some fun interactions that make the disc a little more difficult to predict where it's going. Let's see if we can get our shots to go. There we go. 8-0. Perfect. Now, Loris Biaggi has a fun super. The super actually loops back in on itself. And Biaggi is the only character in the game who, if you get the right lineups, can actually score on himself. And the game counts it as a legal score. But 13-3, one set down halfway through round 5. Keeping up good time. Biaggi doesn't have any serving scores like Wessel does or like Costa does. There we go. Nice 5-point in the corner. That's exactly what we want to be seeing here. Here's the super. There's another super. Supersonic shots into the corner. 10 points. Any point will score. Well, if Biaggi scores, it doesn't quite count. We're not rooting for the AI here. Into the air. Gets the charge. Super spins along the bottom. One of those where I'm actually waiting with bated breath because I know the moment I talk is the moment he'll score. And that's going to be the end of round 5. Now, the cool thing with round 6 is that it's always going to be on the stadium court. And we're going to be playing against Hiromi Mita. The stadium court has a cool gimmick where the zones will actually change based on how well a player is doing. You can see how there's a lot of yellow and a very tiny bit of red. So the score will most likely be 3 points. But if MetroidMaster scores consecutively, then the goal on the left side of the screen will actually change and reflect a larger 5-point zone. It's a cool comeback mechanic. Now that we're almost at the end of the run, Maddie, are there any questions you have about Windjammers?
I think you've covered a good amount of it very well, so thank you. Honestly, I just kind of want to pick it up and play it to see how it feels, personally.
It's a lot of fun. You can pick it up on modern consoles, namely the Nintendo Switch and the PlayStation 4 and 5. I think it's $15 or $20. It's a discounted, not full game price. But you can pick it up from there, and on Steam, you can pick up the second Windjammers game that came out a couple years ago.
Also, get ready on time because the last winning point will be time.
Last winning point will be time. We're done with the first set. We're on to the second. So all we need are those 12 points. Into the air, gets the charge, goes along the top 3 points. Only 9 to go. How balanced are the 6 players competitively? Very. All of them are viable for tournament play and for speedrunning play. We're halfway home. 6-0. All we need is 12. Into the air. Gets the charge. Along the top. Hammer throw denied. Into the air. Gets the charge. Goes along the top. Lambs Mita into the back of the goal. 3 points left to go. Into the air. Denied. Supersonic. Into the air. Along the top. Denied. Along the bottom. Denied. Mita grabs a couple points. We'll let her have those.
Time.
And
GG.
that is it, folks. That is Windjammers 1.
As you can see, very fun. Was it Ultimate Frisbee meets Air Hockey meets Street Fighter? Fantastic game, really fun. Jeff, thank you so much for coming in to commentate with me. That was a lot of fun. You did fantastic.
Thank you.
I see a 13:27 on my end, which is about a minute and a half behind my world record. I recently beat the world record during practice with a 12 minutes flat. So, but this goes to show, like, any character is viable for speedrunning, for competitive play. There's a place that you can go to find opponents for competitive play. If you also want to ask questions about the speedrun, you can find me there as well. It would be the Jam the Win Discord. And I believe soon we will have like a working website that will point you over to that.
But yep, if you have any questions about Windjammers, if you want to find the game, play the game, find some friends to play it with, feel free to hit up MetroidMaster or myself. Once again, I'm Jeff Fader Jr.
And I'm MetroidMaster, and we will see you all next mission.
And thank you so much for that great run. Coming up next, we have Earthbound. So stick around for that. It's going to be a great time. And once again, you're watching No Holidays Allowed 2023, presented by No Glitches Allowed. This event is open to all kinds of speedruns and showcases that runners have to offer, not just glitchless runs. We're looking forward to showing off some amazing speedruns to watch as you bundle up by a fire this winter. And as always, we are raising money for the Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. They're based out of Norfolk, Virginia, and someday I'll learn how to actually pronounce Norfolk, cleanly. But today is not that day. But if you like, you can go over to their website, gorescuedogs.com, and see what they're all about. They have a page for success stories if you want to see some cute dog pics and some heartwarming tales of dogs that they've rescued in the past. They also have a How Can I Help tab for, donations that are, non-monetary things like canned and dried dog food, bleach, paper towels, laundry detergent, all that kind of stuff. So it doesn't have to be just money. They do put up a list of things that they regularly need. They also have a Amazon wish list if you want to buy through there. Exclamation donate gets you the link to our Tiltify page to donate, and then also put your money and donations towards some of our polls and targets that we have going on, which we have coming up here, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, the new Super Mario Bros. Game, with the character choice bid war between Mario, Luigi, Peach, Daisy, or Toadette. And we also have a target for Sonic Generations. And that is to play all the Unleashed Day stages. Now, I have not played that game, so I can't tell you what that means. And the only way we're going to find out is if we meet that target. We're currently at $10 out of 80. So get those donations in if you want to see that happen. Otherwise, we're going to be getting the next run set up here with Earthbound. Sit back, get cozy, enjoy the tunes, and I'll be right back with you in just a little bit.